Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energy frequency to you, beautiful viewer. Today's reading will be taking a look at the connection on your mind and the person on your mind and the next major shift or energy shift exchange between you and your person. We'll take a look at current state just so that you can know if it's your pile or not, and then we'll take a look at the energy shift coming in for you and your person in the connection. So we have three options to choose from. Please keep in mind that you might be tapping into the same connection in a different energy space. So if it sounds like something that's already happened, it could be that your energy, your future energy, is sitting in another pile. You could be tapping into past, present, future. So just kind of keep that in mind, and you can crisscross. If I say your person, it could be your energy and vice versa. So with that in mind, take a look at your three options to choose from. For option number one, we have the Crow Tarot. For option number two, we have the Field Tarot. And for option number three, we have the Guardian of the Night Tarot. So all three of these options will be in the description box, and in the pinned comment. You could select from the timestamp there. Feel free to pause the video, use your intuition to guide you into the one that feels right for you, and keep in mind this is a collective reading, so not everything will be resonating 100%, although the bulk of the message should be resonating with you if you've tapped into the right pile. So I will see you at your pick. Hello, my beautiful pile number one. If you pick the Crow Tarot, this deck right here, this is the first real reading I'll be doing with this deck, so absolutely thrilled to do so. Thank you so much, pile number one. So what we'll be doing is taking a look at current energies in your connection so that you know you've tapped into the right pile. We'll be looking at your energy and your person's energy for current state. Okay, and then we'll be taking a look at the next major energy shift in the connection, and how will energy be shifting for you? How will energy be shifting for your person? And keep in mind, your person could be your energy and vice versa, depending on how it comes out. So if you need to crisscross the energies, please do that. It is up to you to take whatever messages I am giving to you and apply it to your situation if it applies. If not, then it could be a message for someone else or just not your pile. All right. And like I mentioned in the intro, we could be tapping into the past in this connection, present or future state. So if it sounds like something that's happened in the past predominantly, then chances are the future state could be in another pile here. Okay, so keep that in mind. Spirit, clear and concise message here for pile number one. What is the current state of energies between pile number one and their person? What is the current state? Current state. All right, this process sometimes takes a while, and I apologize. My videos are really long. I like to shuffle on video just to capture the rawness of the reading, but this might take a little bit. Spirit, clear and concise message, please. Thank you so much. We're so grateful. Please protect me and the viewer as we channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number one. And thank you so, so much, pile number one, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy of you and the energy around you at this time. Current state. Spirit, current state. Spirit is saying take it out one more time. All right. Okay, so your energy, again, you can crisscross it as we see. Spirit saying to leave it. Leave it as it comes out. So we have the Star in reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. And we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so that's your energy. Again, you could switch. Now let's pull some cards for your person's current state. Current state for your person, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. And we have the Moon. And we also have the Queen of Wands. This is interesting energy I feel I've read before on this channel. I mean, a lot of these connections are fairly similar here, but let's pull oracle cards here just for a kind of overall feel as well here in the connection. No. Spirit, clear and concise message here. Current state for pile number one's connection, the connection they came here about. We have the Hound, loyalty, chains, and promises. We have good luck. We have the dead end. And one more. Sorry guys, I realize my videos are so long because they take forever to get prepared, but that's how it goes. Feel free to skip. We have sublimation. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so this isn't necessarily your cards or your person's. This is for the connection. This is you, this is your person, or this is your person, this is you, depending on who you are, the viewer here. I have a feeling you're top row, but let's get into what this is all about. And it may take a little bit for us to get into the swing as I connect into energies. Okay, so beautiful viewer number one. It appears to me like at some point you had really high hopes of this connection, and you were hanging on to, or at least you were immersed or spending a lot of your energy, exerting a lot of your time in something you really wanted to attain. You know, in this connection, either you wanted to attain a relationship, a commitment, a future, you wanted things to progress, and you might have kind of been in an understanding that it would happen, or at least that was your desire, but I feel like it was almost a knowing here. And what I feel like the current state right now for you is you've given up hope. And whatever you thought was what was is kind of not in your mind. And you feel like possibly your person either led you on, lied, kept you in some sort of loop, or just you feel as though whatever was supposed to happen here did not happen, and so you've been slowly or abruptly losing hope. I feel it was a slow process, but for some of you guys it could have been just something that happened here, and your person either didn't give you clarity, or there wasn't enough clarity, there wasn't certainty. So now you feel like you don't have any certainty, you've lost hope, you're not quite sure, you're just kind of at the state where you want to take your power back. You feel like this connection is not really going anywhere. There could have been a lot of, yeah, like energy holding you back, or at least some sort of, I want to say almost false hope, or a belief here, maybe lying to self that things would get better. But there was, you know, a lot of challenges here, a lot of mental speak here holding you back. I feel like it was very difficult for you to let go of or move on, but I feel like you've reached the point where, yeah, like there really was nowhere else to go except to really let go of the connection, because you're kind of banging up against the wall here. So you've had to learn to take your power back and stand up, and for a lot of you guys maybe walk away or just not engage at all in this connection and kind of let it go. Although I do feel like for some of you guys you didn't quite let go completely. You're just kind of done exerting your energy and your effort. So I feel for some of you guys there's some waiting here. Okay, there definitely has been a lot of engagement in the past, and maybe now you're just not engaging at all, but you're not also, completely walking away. You're kind of like, I'm just not exerting any of my effort and my energy and letting this person go. And so you're kind of just in a state of, trying to figure out how to empower yourself here. I feel like it's been very difficult to let go. And I also feel like there's an understanding here that your person wasn't able to let go of something. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm seeing here in current state. So maybe your biggest enemy was maybe your wishful thinking or your hopes and desires, but it was almost like a knowing, I feel here, okay, with the major arcana, with the star. So we also have Aries and Aquarius coming through. This is divine masculine, although you don't have to be a divine masculine. And I just feel like that's kind of the energy of somebody getting empowered in their own life. Making sense of things once things kind of didn't really pan out here. And I feel like for some of you guys, there were maybe untruths, or your person did not clarify this connection or be clear to you. So you kind of had to make up your own truths. Now, your person's current state here, I feel like whatever happened in the connection here, this person either has not apologized fully for their confusion, okay? They're in a state of knowing they got to apologize, knowing they were most likely the cause of a lot of pain in this connection, and a lot of it could have been caused by low confidence here. Your person understands that they weren't helping this connection in progressing, and a big part could have been them not opening up their heart space and not communicating to you, not moving forward, not having a breakthrough in allowing themselves to come out of any state that they were in, either again low confidence, or there was something in their practical environment here. So it could be, home situation, work situation, whatever situation they were in, could have been preventing them from opening their heart space and communicating and progressing. And so there was a lot of illusion and confusion and fears here in opening up their heart space, in taking that first step. So I feel like the first step never really even happened here, which led to them not communicating, and them not fully understanding here. There is a lot of passion here and a lot of attraction here. I feel like they're in this connection, I feel like there was an understanding or a knowing as well, the potential of this connection. And I think this was on both sides. I feel like your energy is now kind of recognizing a dead end and understanding that a potential could just be a potential, and to let it kind of go at that. And I feel on your person's end, they also see the potential, the great potential here at the same level or capacity that you've seen it, but they're still hanging on to that, or understanding that it could still be a potential, that you are still kind of the one for them, or the person that they see as their potential here. But there is major fear, and there is a lot of uncertainty here, but it's mostly on their side here. Now, I haven't dug into what this is, and it's a collective reading, so for a lot of you guys could be a bunch of different things. The one that's coming through heaviest is the practical environment here, because it could be, like I said, work, where they live, low confidence and self, whatever it is. They were in a place here of not opening up a heart space. Okay, this is the initial stages of opening a heart space, and even communicating how they feel. So I feel like there was no communication about how they feel, which was stunting progressing in this connection, and lack of communication. Although your person feels a lot more optimistic, because I feel like your person understands that they were potentially the one who is holding things back here. So they feel a lot more optimistic than you. And it does seem to me like, they might have been understanding that when they were maybe, I don't know why breadcrumbing wants to come through, but making a promise, or kind of not allowing you to go, maybe holding you back in some way, maybe subconsciously, because I don't feel this person was trying to stunt you, but I do feel like this person did not want you to move on from them. So there was a sense of hanging on, as this person was confused and frozen, although that energy is mostly coming from you, And I do feel like your person here understood there to be a higher purpose here, and that at some point things would turn. I do feel like both parties feel there is some sort of knowing or destined thing about this connection, and it's almost like a hope for the future. Although I feel like you've lost hope, and I feel like your person is having to come out of whatever state that they're in order to allow things to progress. Okay, so this is what I see for current state. Let us take a look at the next energy shift here in this connection and see where this is all going here for you guys. Beautiful pile number 1. All right. We also have, sorry, I stopped with the signs. We also have Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Aries is coming through quite strong here, okay? And then, yeah, like I said, Aquarius as well. All right, so let's take a look here for you guys. Beautiful pile number 1. The next major energy shift. Now, we'll ask spirits to show the next major energy shift. So if it's not a huge shift, it could be that the next major energy shift is very small, okay? But we don't want to see anything that's like too small. Okay, so we have the Emperor in reverse here, and we'll still read the top like you. So Spirit, can we get the next major energy shift here for pile number 1's connection? What's the next major energy shift between pile number 1 and the person on their mind? What's going to shift energetically here? Okay, so the Emperor in reverse, that's Aries coming out again. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. I do feel this top one wanting to speak as well. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so that's your energy. Energy shift for pile number 1's person. What's the next major energy shift here for their person? We have the Knight of Wands. We have Seven of Cups. We have, let's read them how they kind of came out. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Six of Cups, and then we have Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. Now let's pull some oracles here. We have Success. Oops. We have Breath. The Dead End. Again. And Clear and Concise, Spirit. What's the next major energy shift here for pile number 1's connection? We have the Vengeance, Overcoming Slights, a Choice. All right. So let's shuffly-doodah these over. Okay. Well, beautiful. Pile number 1. Your energy here shift. I feel like you just hit a wall here. You just get overly burdened here. You let it all just kind of go. I don't feel you want to invest any more energy and effort, and you're almost at the point where it doesn't even matter anymore what this person is doing, and you almost adapt this energy of, even if this person was completely turned around or involved or invested, you kind of have a chip on your shoulder and you're just done. So you move away mentally from all of this because you're just not uh, wanting the stress. You're not wanting the mental anguish. You're not wanting to involve yourself here. You recognize that there's no winning here. And it's just a burden to move on is very heavy, but at the same time, you still see that dead end. Like, this is not going anywhere anyway, so why do I even invest? And even if this person does do whatever they do, it's just going to kind of be a dead end here. And I feel like you do successfully detach yourself and move away emotionally from this person here. Okay, I'm still seeing Aquarius energy coming through very strong. I see Aries and Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, and for your person, somehow, I was gonna say somehow your person is getting new life breathed into them and into this connection here. There's a really, really strong recognition here at how deep this connection goes. There's a soul recognition, there's soulmates, there's a deep bond here. There's an inability to move away emotionally from this connection for your person, but there is also a recognition that they did not allow things to unfold as destiny kind of was in front of them, and that they potentially missed out on the good luck that was in front of them here. And they recognize here that the choice that they had to make here and that they had to act on, they had to choose wisely. They did not. Okay, but it's a recognition here, and it's all cups, cups, cups. And for somebody who has a page of cups in reverse, not allowing themselves to feel, there's a whole lot of feeling here. And the feeling is, I didn't act when I was supposed to. I didn't act in divine timing. But the new breath in this person is the fact that they recognize that they could have acted in a timely manner and could have acted in a way that they wanted to act, but they had to decide wisely and choose wisely out of all of the options and everything that they could have been choosing here. They could have chose this connection. So I feel they over idolize this connection now. They're now in this headspace I feel that you were in some point where we were, seeing whatever, like the best potential outcome of the connection, and you kind of had this big hope and this big desire. And I feel like the 10 of Cups to me could sometimes mean somebody who's over fantasizing and painting the connection to be like the most ideal. And I feel like your person is seeing this connection as the most ideal, complete emotional fulfillment that could be between two people. And so they're unable to move forward emotionally from this connection. I feel like this person really recognizes that their inability to choose has led to you moving away and removing this option from them. So I feel like there is a sense of almost like, how do I breathe new breath into a situation here? But I feel like this person is more immersed in emotions than they are actions. Although the first card is the Knight of Wands, which is action orientated, I feel like it's more them looking in hindsight saying, I could have decided to move forward with an option here of choosing this connection, and I did not. And this is all about divine timing here, and I feel somebody's missed it. Okay, so I do feel like the next major shift here is insight here, and somebody really idolizing the emotional potential here of this connection and really in their feels about, you know, what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and overcoming that feeling that they had of not being able to tap into the emotional space. I feel this person overcomes that, okay? But I do feel like you here being that energy, you kind of have enough and move forward. So I'm not tapping into future state. This is obviously the future state of the energy shift here. If this sounds like something that's already happened, then it could be your pile is elsewhere. But for those of you guys who are not at the point of, you know, walking away completely or overburdened here, because I do see a moving away mentally, like there's no more exertion. There's almost, like I said, a chip on the shoulder, or I do feel like almost like an anger too, or at least leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I don't want to have anything to do with you because I am just totally overburdened. So you have to really disconnect and move your energy. Whereas this one is totally in their feels, you know, and there's an inability to let go emotionally of this connection. And understanding that there is a soul recognition and a soulmate or a deep, deep bond here, a divine connection in which they have not acted on or they didn't choose when they were supposed to choose, has left this person feeling kind of a little bit overwhelmed in their emotions. So it makes them feel even more like this connection is this really big deal here. Okay, so under that, yeah, the Four of Wands, like this is, you know, the ultimate connection here. This is also my twin flame. This is commitment. This is coming into union, a rite of passage, a marriage, coming together, you know, to build a family here. These are both family cards, okay? Coming together, having a family. So yeah, it's interesting, the energy shift here. So you guys could very well be just kind of switching up roles here. So anyway, if you were drawn to any other pile, you can go check that out and see if there's more there. And I will see you guys soon. If you haven't liked this video yet, please do so, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 2. You picked the Field Tarot by Hannah Elizabeth Fofana. Hannah Fofana. That's right. All right, so pile number 2, beautiful pile number 2. I'm super excited to do your reading. Cannot wait to get into it. We're going to be taking a look at the connection you came here about, you and your person. Current state, so that you know whether you're resonating with this pile or not. And if the current state makes sense between you and your person, you could switch the energies. If I say it's you and it's your person, then switch it. And then we'll be taking a look at the next major energy shift here between the two of you guys. Now, I say major. If it doesn't sound like a major shift, then, I mean, take it as the shift in energy. The next major shift will be, you know, not so major, but we are asking for the major one here from Spirit, clear and concise. So let's ask Spirit for first protection here between us and the energies here when we're tapping into this message. So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Thank you so much. Please protect us as we channel this message for the greatest and highest good. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy of you and your person at this time. So current state, Spirit, what is the current state energetically between pile number 2 and their person? What is the current state? Now, like I said, feel free to crisscross the energies. I will read this as your energy. We see the 2 of Pentacles in reverse with change. We see the King of Pentacles with power. We see the Queen of Wands in reverse with vibrancy. Now, if this sounds like all in the past, it could be that your future energy shift is in another pile, because we could be tapping into the same connection and different energetic timelines here, okay? So if this sounds like everything's in the past, then yes, go check out another pile and crisscross energies, like I said, but this is present state here, and I'll read this as you, King of Cups here with control, and the Hierophant in reverse. I do feel like I've read this energy before as well. Very interesting. All right, so for your person's energy, spirit, what do we have? We have the Eight of Swords in reverse with isolation. We have the Knight of Pentacles with reliability. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse with resilience. We have the Eight of Pentacles with dedication. And we have the Ace of Wands with energy. Bottom of the deck here, we have Six of Cups. Don't read bottom of the deck in reverse with innocence. And let us pull some oracle cards as well. Now, the oracle cards are for the overall and the connection here. It's not going to be read as either your person's or you. We'll just read it as the energy comes through. So we have the Willpower card. Clear and concise message here for pile number 2, Spirit, present state. We have the Storyteller, viewpoints and control. All right. Wow, okay. I'm going to actually put this one back just because of the way it fell out, and that one was pile number 1's card here. So let's give it a good shuffle here, spirits. For pile number 2, what is the current state here? Okay. We have sublimation. That also came out for pile number 1. So could very well be that one is connected to this pile here. We were seeing breath come out. And this one also came out for pile number 1. Very interesting. So could be connected here, okay? I did give it a shuffle in between recordings too. So very interesting. Feel free to watch the 2. So I'm going to read this like your energy here, although I do feel like potentially you're down here, but that doesn't matter what I think. Okay, so what am I seeing here? I see a person here who's had a difficult time prioritizing this connection, okay? And I am feeling for this pile, it could be between 2 masculine energies here, you know, could be same sex, doesn't have to be, could just be, you know, that 2 people are in their divine masculine energy, or that they are same sex, or just, yeah, I'm just reading energies here, okay? But I do feel like current state here is somebody is understanding that they had to prioritize, they had to choose, and maybe they felt like they are now making a decision here to either commit or see this connection differently, or invest in seeing what it will take to yeah, commit themselves to this connection here. But they feel like the other person here is loves them, but is not wanting to commit to them. So despite how they feel, they don't want to move forward. So yeah, they love them, they don't want to move forward. They're either tied with other commitments, could be in another connection, third party, or this person could just not want to commit to them for whatever reason. There's lifestyle, ideology, other commitments. They're just maybe afraid of commitment for whatever reason. They're just not. So right now the state, as far as this person's concerned, is they made a choice to want to commit and choose this connection, and they had potentially other options here, but they're kind of like, just, okay, like, what does this mean? Like, you clearly have feelings for me, but you don't want to move forward here. And I do feel like this is causing a rift between 2 people. And I also feel like potentially, I'm feeling like there's still potentially a mask here somewhere, that somebody is wearing. Like, this person just feels like there's some other person, maybe another person involved, another energy involved, or just this thing that's kind of could be the attitude of the other person kind of is getting in the way. Their work could be getting in their way, something, but they do feel still very emotionally connected, or that their person is still emotionally connected to them, but in a way they're just removed here. There's I do see a dedication and a commitment here. And I almost see a dedication to the connection on both ends. Okay, let's read this person's energy and see if I can get a better understanding of what's going on here. So this energy here, I feel feels as though they have come forward in a big way. They've kind of surrendered or released themselves from this Hierophant as far as they're concerned. This is their current energy, okay? So whatever Hierophant, reverse Hierophant this person was in, because this person, okay, this person believes that their person was in a reverse Hierophant, which is, again, you know, committing themselves foolishly to an ideology or a lifestyle or some sort of commitment here that's taking them away despite their feelings strongly for them. This person now is saying, I've released myself from any sort of chains holding me back here, and I'm dedicated to this connection. And although I know that I am fully guarded in my energy, like this person is fully armored up here. So two things going on with this person. How do I open up emotionally? Okay, see, no cups here, but I've released or allowed myself to break free or surrender from my practical things or my mental thoughts or my limitations around me, that I was in this reverse Hierophant, although I'm still armored up here. So I have to really work on, you know, whatever this is that's going to allow me to move forward towards this connection. Although I do feel like this person is not, it feels like they're not going anywhere. They want to ensure that they control whatever this situation is, because there is a fear here of, I feel there's a fear of opening up. Okay, because what the King of Cups is, a King of Cups holds a lot of love, but you would never really know it, because the King of Cups has a difficult time in communicating their emotions here. So I feel like this is the King of Cups in this Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles moves very, 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 very slow, but there is a sense of dedication. These are the two most dedicated cards, you know, in the tarot here. And I mean, the fact that we have resilience in this one too, these are all talking about dedication. The reason this is in reverse with the Nine of Wands is because I feel this person has dropped their wall and surrendered to the fact that they needed to address their limitations with the reverse Hierophant. Okay, this is isolation in reverse. The first card has the most weight here, so it's like a mental thought, a belief, some mental limitation or thing, which I do believe is this reverse Hierophant, that this person has had to let go of and surrender to in order to focus and dedicate themselves towards what they want here, which I feel is they're really attracted to, you know, pile number 2 here, your energy, and they want to move forward and have a new beginning. Ace of Wands is all about new beginning, although here with the dead end, I feel like they probably feel as though they've reached some sort of a dead end here in continuing going down the path of the Hierophant. So they had no choice but to surrender so that they can have a new beginning here. So I feel like this person's a little confused here because they might have just been waiting or not really fully understanding. Although I feel that they've already chose this connection at some point in time. I feel this person is fairly stable, fairly committed to the connection, you know, if there was something to commit to. I feel both individuals are very dedicated to staying true to this connection, and I feel like this person really wants more control for themselves. There's a fear here for sure of losing control to someone else or this connection. And I do feel like this person also has a little bit of a control thing as well, but both both individuals are seeing this higher purpose in this connection, or the greater potential here in this connection, and really wanting to do whatever it takes. I feel here. I feel this person's a little more stationary now. I don't feel like this person's exerting themselves. Okay, I feel this person has no choice but to move forward, although again very heavily armored here and moving slower than all hell. Now we do have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have Taurus coming out again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And yeah, so that could be in the birth chart. Okay, it could be predominant in either yours or your person's birth chart. So this is what we see here for current energies. Let's take a look at future state here. That's an interesting one. Oh, yeah, and we were seeing, sorry, the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which I kind of shuffled away or put away over here. With Innocence, I feel like, yeah, there's definitely a soul recognition here. I mean, this is my soulmates card. This is, you know, people who recognize each other from past lifetimes, or even just from the past if they've been together for, you know, since childhood, or just a soul recognition, a comfort here. It's a beautiful, innocent type love, and it is a deep, deep, deep type love here. I was feeling that from the King of Cups, you know, and I do feel like the King of Pentacles here could definitely be a little bit removed from their emotions, which was this top person. I do feel they're a little bit more, looking at the practical aspect now of the connection, I don't feel like that person is so in their feels, or at least being really driven by emotion so much. I feel like they're now considering the practical aspect of what they want, and they're kind of more just, you know, looking at this now as, okay, now what? Like, practically, like, this other person is dealing with a third party energy. Again, doesn't have to be another person, but it could be, you know, like I said, some job or something in the way. Again, the something in the way was that reverse Hierophant that we talked about. And for all of you guys, could be something different, because reverse Hierophant could just be, again, a lack of commitment. Okay. Let's now take a look at future state here. What is the next major energy shift here in this connection? What is the next major energy shift? Again, major could not sound major. If it doesn't, that just means that that's the next major one, like that there isn't a huge shift here that's going to happen. But we want to know the next major energy shift here between pile 2. Sorry if I called you pile 1. Pile 2 and their person. What is the next major energy shift? All right. I do feel like somebody might be in another commitment here to something. Again, doesn't have to be a person. Either of you guys, okay? I was seeing King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, and that's somebody who might be even married here, okay? So let's see here. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with culmination. And this, again, I'm going to read as your energy, the top person. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. What is the next major energy shift here in this connection, Spirit? Clear and concise, please. Thank you. The Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we have harmony. We have retreat with the Eight of Cups in reverse. We have reliability with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That came out in your person's reading upright. And we have the Six of Pentacles with generosity. All right. So how's pile number 2's person? Next major energy shift. How's their energy shifting for pile number 2's person in this connection? We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles with the nurture. And we have the Sun. we have the Five of Pentacles with destitution in reverse, and then we have the Star in reverse. Bottom of the deck energy, the Five of Cups with disappointment. All right, let's pull some oracles and see what we see here. Next major energy shift in this connection, spirit. I'm feeling this one here. We have Sun. Interesting, the Sun coming out twice. Sun is divine masculine energy. Clear and concise message here for future energy shifts. We have the, sorry, I don't know how to say that. Acolyte. New projects and learning. Acolyte. Okay. New projects, learning. Let's pull Oracle. We have eternal charisma. And one of these. We have the gem. All right. What do we see? Well, for this person's energy over here, the next major energy shift, I see this person really, really letting go of any sort of expectations, okay? And I also see that this person, though, is going from a place of maybe not being I feel like this person at some point was either not in a practical way available. So, like I said, I was seeing King of Pentacles, so it could be that this person was maybe in a marriage or maybe in some sort of a commitment here, okay? And I do feel like this person has to, or frees themselves up to be able to be available in a more practical way. But if that's not the case, what I'm also seeing here is that this person does a lot of review here about this connection specifically, and I feel like this person understands that all they can really do is kind of allow themselves to be open to however the energy flows. I feel there's an openness here with this person because they recognize they could not fully emotionally detach themselves from a connection here, but they also release any expectations of, you know, idolizing this connection or having a complete, you know, 10 of Cups here, which is the idealistic, you know, marriage or coming together of two people. I feel like this person releases that, okay? And I feel like this person also doesn't know how to or want to, I feel, emotionally maybe detach here from this situation. So all they can really do is be open and receptive to whatever future potential here comes of this connection is kind of what I see here. Yeah, there's an interesting energy here. I feel like this person maybe gets tired of waiting, or just, you know, there isn't any sort of action. So it's like, what could they really do here? So although we don't see any like loss of hope with the Star here, I do feel like, you know, there isn't much movement here. Emotionally, this person can't really totally move on, but they also can't fully even commit to something that there's nothing to commit to. So it's like there's no, I feel like this person just stops. Yeah, they just stop and they're like, okay, well, whatever. If this other person wants to come forward with in a practical way, and invest time or energy into this connection, or if they want to commit, or if they want to bring balance here, then I'm open to it. Yeah, it's kind of what I see, but I don't see movement here, and I see this person cannot or does not emotionally walk away. Again, we were seeing the Six of Cups here, which is soulmates. I feel like there's a soul bond, a soul tie, but there's also recognition that this isn't the be all end all type connection here, unless somebody shows up and steps forward. So there's a release of some sort of idolizing this beautiful harmony or this coming together, because this person cannot become available to someone else who is not showing the potential here of working towards it in a practical way. And there is huge disappointment here in doing that, but it's a release and understanding that I cannot control a situation. I got to kind of give up to the universe. Yeah. Although they do see that there could have been a great potential here, and there still is. It's just, what could they do other than open themselves up to receive, rather than going to search through a whole bunch of nonsense noise to get to the gem of this connection. Okay, so there is with the eternal charisma, I do see, like on a 5D level, like there's a full understanding here of a full potential, and a beauty and a 10 of Cups, but it takes two people here. So, but emotionally, this person is still kind of there, understanding that is, where their heart is, I guess, so to speak. But the heart doesn't really matter when in the practical way you can't give of yourself. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for the majority of you guys. Now, this person over here with the Chariot in reverse, this is like somebody who is, wasn't moving at all. And because this is like the next major shift, it's like there is this rebirth. Okay, and the rebirth here I see with the nurture, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. This is both about source and rebirth. There's an understanding here that someone's going to have to, in order to get moving, in order to, actually pull through here in a balanced way that hasn't been balanced, they're going to have to get out of whatever state that they were in. And this reverse Five of Pentacles with this destitution, this could be somebody who was, feeling either low confidence or out in the cold, or seeing what wouldn't really work out in a practical way. So they were held back by it, but they're recognizing, having some clarity around, they can come out of whatever state that this is. And there's also a recognition here that this person is in a different state here than that they were initially, I guess, in this connection. So there is kind of a loss of hope, or like, again, a disappointment here, but it's more of a disappointment in themselves for recognizing, I haven't moved forward. I was in the state of Five of Pentacles, which only I can really get out of here. So there's a realization here with this, although the Sun, when I pull it in my readings, is the most positive, beautiful card, and it kind of waters down any negativity around it, and it heightens any sort of positivity. So I feel like it being right beside this Queen of Pentacles with nurture, and the fact that the Five of Pentacles is in reverse, that this person is really focused on the beauty of being reborn here again, and maybe whatever hope that they had, in the past here, that they kind of let go, the star that they let go. They're like, okay, how can I now begin to understand what needs to happen here with the new projects and learning? I feel like this person is now understanding that it's like a new beginning. It's like shedding light in what is current state and what it is that they can actually do to get things kind of maybe back on track. There is a recognition here that, again, this is huge potential in this connection, and it is a gem. Okay, and look, this is kind of interesting. I'm getting the same from these pentacles in the stained glass window that I am from the gem here. It's like a recognition that in order for them to kind of come out of whatever state that they recognize they've been held back in, to allow, this to take place, they have to recognize here what they need to do and what they need to kind of give birth to here. But there is this understanding that they were not moving forward. They were unable to be balanced here. And the fact that we have the star here in reverse too, this is interesting. So let me just, I do want to pull a clarifier here. I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to pull a clarifier here for the star in reverse for this person, because I'm not quite sure why we're seeing them feeling this loss of hope. I feel like there's a loss of hope in whatever could have been, and now they're looking at what could be in a different new way. So what is this star in reverse, Spirit? Can we get a clarifier? We have the King of Swords in reverse with authority. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in reverse. Okay, so I'm getting a message here for those of you guys who resonate with your person, or might have been in a really logical state here, trying to make the most logical sense and understanding of this connection. And I feel like your person had an understanding here. And I feel like they've carried this understanding for a long period of time that I feel like could have been holding them back. But for them, it was an understanding of what they believed to be true. Okay, well, like what they kind of were working towards, what they were maybe carrying as something that they were moving towards, that they had to put a stop to. They had to put a stop to this, but it's almost like an understanding or a recognition here that what they thought to be one thing, okay, what they were maybe for, you know, their whatever, for the longest time, maybe they had a belief of something here that they wanted, or they believed it to be true, and they were on that path. And in order for them to recognize, to give birth to something new, or be enlightened here in this connection, and birth, you know, the great potential that they feel this connection is, they have to let go of some sort of hope that they were working towards, or understanding that they were working towards. And this is the disappointment that they're feeling, because although there is great joy here in understanding, coming to an understanding of something and a new learning of what they need to do, there's also disappointment that they had to let some sort of thing go. I don't feel like this person I don't see a movement forward. I see them seeing things clearly about themselves. Very, very clear. And I see them wanting to birth something new. You know, I do feel it is in this connection. I am going to pull one. But I almost see like this person now has a great understanding of what they had to let go of, what was holding them back. And there's great joy. It's like, yay, I'm finally not in whatever headspace I was in. I don't have to carry whatever this is. I want to birth something new, and I'm excited for the future here, and I'm open, you know. Whereas this person, I feel like, might have been just kind of on the sidelines here, and is like, well, I'm not closed, but I can't do anything here in this connection. And I don't see this person doing much of anything either. So let's see, what, Spirit, can we just get a clarifier here? What does this person want to birth for themselves here? Does this have anything to do with this connection, or just a freedom in their own life in general? What sort of clarity here towards what they want to birth is going on? Decisions. So this is somebody who is potentially at a crossroads, needing to make a decision at two opposing things. There was something here that they believed, or logically wanted to believe, and were moving towards, that they felt they had to lose hope on, or let go, or surrender. So it's like they're at a crossroads here of now to make a decision. I mean, we do see that, and they have clarity around the need to make a decision now, the need to birth something. So what do they want to birth, though? They want to birth a decision? Let's see. I feel like this person really didn't want to let go of whatever this was. Maybe they were steering towards something here that meant something to them. And now in this connection, it's kind of like they were interrupted here, although they do feel they could see a lot clearer now that maybe they were giving a lot of themselves to something here that doesn't quite, maybe, I don't know if it measures up as much as it did in the past, or now knowing this connection has changed things for them. So let's see, why is this decisions here? What's with this decision? It could be somebody burying their head in the sand, not making a decision, you know, sitting on a decision. allowing things just to kind of happen and not really being decisive. Yeah, the Page of Swords, curiosity. This is having to make a decision. This is the beginning of getting very clear and decisive about what you want to do. This is the initial stages of that. You know, the Page of Swords starts becoming curious and starting to ask questions. So I feel like your person is now coming from a different headspace, but I do feel like now they're kind of more in their headspace, not action orientated. That's the next major shift here. And I feel there's a letting go or an understanding of something in a logical way, even though it could have been very illogical here, and I feel it might have been. Could have been something very illogical that this person was hanging on to that kept them kind of stuck or kept them limited in their own life, that they've recognized was potentially holding them back in some way. But there is a lot of disappointment or sadness here because maybe you know, it lived its course. Maybe at one point it made sense, but it was restricting them from moving forward in their own life, I feel, and also in this connection, and it didn't move. So I feel like this person wants to be reborn. And I feel like their life is really tied to this reading, like something about their life. You know, although this is a connection reading, I feel like this is more really integrated into who they are and what they want. And I do feel like these cards now are talking about the connection. Like there's clarity around, I need to really get clear about what I want. And I understand that there's a potential here in this connection, but is this what I want? You know, heavy divine masculine energy for sure. Yeah, so let's go through the signs again because I don't know that I fully did. We have Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Leo, and Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. Yeah, and Leo. So very interesting. This is what I have here for you guys. Beautiful pile number 2. If this sounds like something that's already happened, you might want to go check out another pile and see if there's a future state here. But this is what I see as the next major shift here. This person looks like they're kind of just open, but at the same time not moving either. So don't put your life on hold for somebody else. But I mean, that's definitely up to you. I just feel like this person is not really progressing in any sort of way when it comes to this connection. And I don't see past that. So just wanted to put that out there, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 3. You picked the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and I'm super pumped to get into your beautiful reading. We're going to take a look at you and your person, the connection you came here about, and we're going to look at the current state so that you know whether this is indeed your pile, and then what is the next major energy shift going on between you and your person in regards to this connection. And now I say major energy shift. If it don't sound major, then it could just be that that's the next major thing. It's just a gradual thing that changes. But we will ask Spirit for a major shift here and see how energy is going to change or shift in this connection. Now, if I say it's your energy and it's your person, please feel free to crisscross energies. It's difficult for me to tell who's who. That would be your job to do that. If it's not resonating at all, then don't be obligated. Now, keep in mind, energy is difficult to pinpoint. So if this all sounds like passing energies that you've experienced in your connection, could just be the past, and your future energies could be sitting in another pile. Okay, so keep that in mind. But we will do current state. And if you're resonating with the current state, then chances are the future state of the next major energy shift will most likely be accurate for you, all right? So we have the Hangman popping out, and I do feel that that one does want to come out. So Spirit, current state here for beautiful pile number 3. What is the current state for pile number 3 between them and their person? What is the current state? What is the current state? Thank you so much. Please protect me as I channel this and protect the viewer as they get this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. All right, so we have the Hangman. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. All right, so I'll read this as your energy. Again, cross it. If it ain't yours, then it could be your person. Now, let us... Sorry, these cards are kind of wide, and I'm going to pull some oracles as well. So, your person's energy here, current state. What is pile number 3's person's current energy? We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Magician. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, and one more Spirit. This one's wanting to come out. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Bottom of the deck energy, we see the Ten of Wands. All right, so let's pull some oracles as well. Clear and concise message here for pile number 3. What is the current state, Spirit? Feeling this one here. We have the Sleeper, cause and effect, clarity. We have Autumn. And one of these. We have Blessed Day. And one of these. We have the Healer. Okay. Gorgeous pile number 3. Current state, very interesting. Give me a second just to tap into your energy. I'll read this as you. Okay, this one's pretty clear. I feel like there's no movement on your end here. You're kind of in a state of limbo, but you're no longer investing your energy, your time, and your effort here. I think at the core of what you're wanting here, or at least what you wanted at some point in time or are needing here, is a practical investment from your person to collaborate and work together with you. I feel like you're open to working together, but you're also not gonna invest. You're not putting in your time. You're not putting in your energy. You're kind of getting enlightened in the fact that maybe you invested something here at some point in time that just didn't really result in much of anything here. So it's left you in a state of disappointment. You're no longer opening up your heart space here, extending your cup of love, or wearing your heart on your sleeve, or putting your emotions out there. You're kind of coming out of a state of depression too, or sadness. You're kind of like looking at, you know, it kind of is what it is. I'm more focused on the practical side of things, and I'm needing to heal. And for me, healing is much more important here. And you're really getting enlightened about your own practical world and what it is that you need to do here. And you could be very well focused on your work, focused on, you know, people who want to work with you, focused on building something practical here for yourself that isn't necessarily this connection. You're getting a lot of downloads and very enlightened here about who it is that you maybe want to engage with and what it is that you no longer want to be doing. I feel like at some point you were maybe putting in a lot of time and energy and effort and love, and you could very well have been left empty-handed here, and the cause and effect coming through quite heavily here for you, that it's like, you know, if I did all this and it didn't result in that, then I gotta kind of switch up and do something else. And so you're very clear about that, or you're getting very clear and certain, and it's giving you a really good sense of enlightenment here. I do feel like you're very healing in this connection. You've brought a lot of healing. I feel like this connection's been very healing. I feel like it's been healing you, believe it or not. I do believe there was a really deep sense of loss here, and sadness and pain and regret and everything else here that you've experienced. But I feel like you've maybe healed from it, or learning to heal from it. I feel like you're in a really better headspace here, that you're now focused on more practical things than heart things or emotional things. So it is bringing healing, but I feel like you've also brought a lot of healing here to this connection. And I feel like you're really excited about, you know, this kind of something you can maybe potentially put behind you. I feel like it's been very heavy. I feel like this connection's heavy. I feel like it still could be very heavy here, but you're no longer allowing it to be heavy. You're no longer feeling like you need to carry something so heavy here. The healing's been very heavy, and that's kind of where you're at here. Now, I feel like your person here is coming out of a confusion, and they're not allowing their fears, or maybe their understanding where their fears might have been holding them back in some way or causing confusion in this connection. And they understand that they haven't been moving forward, and when they were probably very, 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 very slow. And in current state, there is no movement here. Your person is looking at at how they're looking at time, is what they're looking at here. And they're looking to put potentially an end to something here, because I do feel as though this person wants to manifest something for themselves here now that they're getting out of the confusion here. It's like something is coming to an end, and it could very well be something that they've worked on for quite some time as their sense of stability or security, or you know, maybe a family situation or something they've built or depended on here. I feel like this person might have had a really difficult time kind of getting in that headspace, or getting very decisive or clear. Like, I feel this is very heavy for this person to do. And they could very well be trying to manifest more clarity here. I feel like this person understands that they might have been asleep here because of their confusion, or potentially because of their fear. I feel like there was healing done from this connection that has allowed them to, I feel like they're looking at time in a way here. This is a very long period of time. The Magician also speaks of time here. The Knight of Pentacles is not moving at all, and when he does move is very slow, but it's in the reverse, which is a stunted movement here. So I feel like maybe this person feels like they haven't been maybe even planning for their future legacy or their potential out of a understanding now that they might have not have been asking the right questions, or getting decisive, or starting questions about what does this look like for me. There is a lot of confusion here in the past, or at least not seeing things clearly that they're coming out of. So, you know, they're maybe coming out of, I am the master of what it is that I want to see for my future stability here, that I'm going to have to manifest this for myself. And I have all the tools here, you know, and specifically this raccoon's holding on to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is somebody who is passionate and feeling a desire and inspired to have a new beginning, you know, and we see the cup here very clearly, which is all the new beginning and emotional heart space. And you see the pentacle, which, you know, is in a practical way the first stages of planting a seed. I don't see the sword here. It could be the very tail end here, and swords is all about logic and truth. So I feel like potentially this person is no longer maybe in their headspace so much anymore, and now wanting to follow their passions, you know, and maybe that's why they were confused. They were really in their head. They were really trying to make sense of things and get logical, and it might have stunted them from moving forward in a practical way here. So I feel like this person is now focused on their passion. What do I want for myself? What is, you know, that fire in my belly I want to go after here? And it's almost like they're protecting their heart space here with the cup, you know, wanting an emotional new beginning for themselves. What's going to bring them emotional happiness, fill their cup, because to me it looks fairly empty. They're looking at, okay, what is my star? What is my hope? What is my wish? What is my desire here? which means they're going to have to start asking questions. You know, the Page of Swords is all about the beginning stages of getting curious and asking questions. In reverse, it could be that they weren't really open to asking themselves what, you know, what is long-term stability here for me, or what do I need to let go of here, maybe in a long-term stability that's not working for me, holding me back in some way. I don't know that, I mean, it was definitely triggered, or at least somehow came about because of this connection, but I see this as them looking at their own life kind of in this way. I always get from this card too, with this blessed day, this masculine, feminine energy. This is the divine masculine, divine feminine with the sun, the moon, a balance coming into union. I'm feeling heavy twin flame energy here in this connection, which, I mean, you don't have to resonate with the label, but at least an understanding here that there's healing being brought upon both individuals to grow themselves as individuals. So I feel like this person is now focused more on what they can do in a practical way that's going to, you know, work towards things for them, rather than, you know, them maybe investing time, energy, and heart space in things that weren't producing. Whereas this person's now really starting to look at, where was I letting my fear hold me back, and what is it that I want for myself. I feel there's very heavy a heavy energy here with both individuals. So this is a very intense type connection, and I feel both are coming to the end of now, you know, wherever they're at, and this is really for me about reaping rewards too. It's like they're now ready to harvest whatever seeds they've planted here in order to then start anew. And even with blessed day, it's like, okay, now, you know, we can look forward to a new day of what we want here, and kind of put something behind us. I feel both people are getting very clear. You know, they're in the process of getting very clear, I feel here, okay? Although I do feel it is very heavy. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse. Nine of Pentacles is, you know, the Independence card in reverse. It could be, you know, two people learning to stand on their own independence here. Pentacles is all about a practical way of being, you know. It could be being successful in their practical world, where they work, you know, where they live, and that sort of a thing, but as an independent person here. So all right, let's take a look, because this is current state. Let's take a look at future, next major energy shift here. What's the next major energy shift in this connection? Yeah, so if you're resonating with this as the current state, then chances are this next major energy shift will most likely be for you. And if they both, like I said, sound like passing energy, then it could be that your future state of energy shift is in another pile, potentially. All right, so let's take a look here. Spirit, for pile number 3, what's the next major energy shift between pile number 3 and their person in this connection specifically? What is the next major energy shift? Yeah, I felt like two independent people doing their own thing, but learning to be independent on their own. Because before you can have a 10 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups, you kind of need to be in your 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles, which is your own independence, your own emotional happiness, your own fill your own cup kind of thing, in order for you to come together. And I do feel like with that, you know, that sun and that moon finding balance, and that 9 of Pentacles in reverse, it could be that both parties are needing to stand up in a practical way, you know, and maybe they are emotionally at a 9 of Cups. I don't know where they were emotionally. I don't feel as though either party was emotionally happy, to be honest with you. But maybe they're starting with their 9 of Pentacles in a practical way. They're focusing on practical matters is kind of what I feel. You know, like I said, where they work, where they live, maybe who's around them, what's around them, what they're investing their energy and their time on a day in, day out basis. So what's the next major energy shift, Spirit? Clear and concise for pile number 3. Can we kindly take a look at what that looks like for pile number 3? Thank you so much. All right, so your energy. We have the Strength in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands in the middle in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Interesting. And we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Now your person's energy. Next major shift. We have the World. Wow. That's some major energy shift here. And the Hangman in reverse. Okay. The Nine of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse. All right, Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. The Elixir of Life. Wow, powerful. Elixir of Life. Yeeks. Clear and concise. Spirit, what's the next major energy shift here? We have separation. I'm feeling this one here. We have the Masquerari, hiding your true self and projection. And we have the Lover. Okay, so let me, I want to make sure you guys see all of this here. Okay, wow, this is pretty powerful energy here, and it could be mixed messages for viewers here who are watching, so just take kind of what's resonating here, but I'm going to read this as your energy again, crisscross as you see fit. Let's get the signs kind of out of the way. We have Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Pisces, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries. Okay, so it's very interesting. The Four of Wands is coming together, commitment, unity. Okay, this is a coming together, coming into union, a marriage and a celebration. This is parting of ways, a separation, going our own separate ways. Okay, so I'm getting a whole bunch of mixed things here. I'm getting, one, Spirit likes to play this little game of leave the future alone. Linda, why are we probing? Also, I'm getting from Spirit that for some of you guys, there is a union, and for some of you guys, there could be a separation coming up. Okay, so just take care what's resonating for you, but I'm going to read what this energy is about here. I feel like this person here is really still having to go within themselves here in order to find the power within themselves to give themselves love, okay, is what I feel here. This person needs to focus on self-care, focus on self, give to themselves in a practical way what they need for themselves. And I feel like this person might have gave up fighting for themselves at some point in time, and they're needing to find that courage or needing to find that within themselves. And I do feel like this person makes a quick exit here, okay, makes a quick exit, is no longer stuck, is no longer being held back here by whatever was holding them back in a mental way, whatever they were conflicted about, whatever things were holding them back, I feel like this person's full of love, and I feel like this person is willing to give love, but is no longer held back here. And I feel like this person is really needing to focus and wanting to, and understanding that giving themselves love and focusing in a practical way by caring for themselves is giving them everything they need, period. Okay, so I don't see that this person is focused on anybody else but themselves, is what I see here. Okay, although I don't see that they are like non-loving. I feel this person's loving. I just feel like they're not, yeah, they're not moving. I don't see this person moving forward towards anybody. Okay, so and I don't feel it's coming out of a place of hate. I feel like it's coming from a place of love, but they're no longer fighting. They're no longer conflicted. They're no longer really, moving forward really in an area that is bringing them conflict. They've abandoned all that. They're getting very, I feel they're getting very clear about, what they need to do for themselves, but they recognize that there's still some work to do in the heart space and building their own confidence and building their own willpower and building their own self, and that they're in control of their own healing. And I feel this person wants more healing. I feel this person is getting enlightened by being within themselves and depending on themselves and counting on themselves. That comes through very, very strongly. So I feel like they're coming into union within themselves, or they're hitting a point where they can celebrate themselves, or even coming together with their soul tribe, with a community potentially of people who they feel they can relate with. But I also feel in a practical way this person is kind of taking care of themselves, and they're more focused on their life, their true self, their identity, and they're no longer trying to force themselves to fit into something or someone or chase something or be stuck in anything other than just happiness. And that's kind of that. And I see one swan here, twin flames. Okay, one swan. So I feel like this person I feel like this person just is now going solo, kind of. Okay, so now this person over here, I feel like gets into some sort of little hissy here. I'm getting two energies. One, this person puts behind them all the things that were not working at all. Okay, so that message is coming through very, very strong. And I'll get into the hissy pretty soon. But reverse emperor, this is somebody who isn't in their divine masculine, who might be, acting out of a place of ego, maybe being cold, maybe being very, cutting words, being distant, somebody who might be more, and their anxieties here are greater than what's going on, so they are allowing that to control themselves. They're choosing to be committed to something that's not really working in their life, rather than committing themselves to a new path or a new understanding and getting enlightened to change things here. Okay, so I feel like with the world being the first card here, this is this person wrapping up this cycle, and I feel like those things weren't working in this person's life. This is all about an end of a chapter, a successful end of putting something behind you so you can move forward and incubate here for the new chapter of your life here. So this person could be putting this all behind them. Although I do feel for some of you guys, yeah, and even, coming into their true self and no longer, putting these projections on this connection or out into the world. But I feel like for some of you guys, this person could be picking up here that this person is in a different energy, and they could very well be understanding here that they've moved into a new chapter. And this, my email confirming what I'm about to say, closing a chapter in their life, only to recognize what they're left with here. And what they're left with here is not a very good place, and they're maybe angry. They might be a little immature. They might be acting like a spoiled child, or very, bitchy about the fact that they recognize that their lack of commitment here to a situation, their inability to commit their inability to come together because they were focused on other things here, because there's a lack of commitment with the Hangman in reverse, you know, to the situation, has resulted in them being left with empty-handed, and that they're going to have to just close the chapter and move on and separate from this connection, you know, because that's kind of what they're left with here. And I do feel like this person, here has an understanding here that they let their anxiety or their lack of movement, you know, prevent them from a beautiful union here, and being, you know, a lover, being able to provide and give love and be open and receptive to giving and receiving love, until it kind of goes away or gets pulled away. I mean, I don't feel it ever goes away. I just feel like the emotional states, like there's no cups here, you guys, okay? And there's no cups here either. In fact, I feel like this person is more, you know, with these two in reverse, it's like they let go of any mental headspace that they're in, any sort of conflict, any internal battles and mind prisons that they were in, and they just leave it. This is like making a quick exit, you know, no longer wanting to face the conflict and challenge, and just kind of like not even chasing or going after. And I feel like this crown is like enlightened. It's like the practical thing, the Ace of Pentacles. This is like, you know, the beginning of grounding something real in this world, you know, having the key here inside. This is the key, the solution is within them to start something new in a practical way. This could be a commitment to themselves, you know. Beautiful sunflowers here and cherry blossoms. That's really cute. This person, I feel, something to do with time, with the bunny here, because I always get time with bunny, but bunny can represent our fears, you know, being a little skittish here. This is also representing our fears. And I don't feel like this person is looking. I feel like there's more uncovering of fears here that this person needs to do. Okay, although I do see them freeing themselves of a mental prison. There's something about a fear here. And it could be fear of trusting in themselves, you know, trusting in their own confidence and their ability to move forward in a practical way for themselves. But I feel like that's what they're really focused on. This person here, like I said, you know, I mean, the Emperor in reverse, this is someone stuck in ego, acting like a spoiled child, maybe even, you know, hanging onto their mother's apron strings, or just letting their ego get the best of them. This is my bitch card, the Queen of Swords in reverse, somebody who is cold cutting and maybe very mean, you know, anxiety getting the best of you. You know, this is my mental health card. With this in reverse, it could just mean you're really, you know, suffering here in our head space, more so than the actual truth of what's going on here. And I feel like it's because we weren't able to commit, or we were dedicating ourselves to some sort of thing that didn't really make us happy. Yeah, and like I said, for those of you guys resonating, this person with the World card, it could be that they are putting an end and wrapping up this type of an energy here in order to prepare for some sort of union, some sort of commitment that has resulted from a separation. So if there has been a separation, if this person has been untrue, if they've been more masked up, there's a recognition here in order to find the solution to life here. You know, what the elixir to what they need here is for them to put an end to a chapter here based on them not wanting a separation and are wanting to come together. So I'm going to pull 3 cards just to see if we could see some more, because I know that was mixed and I don't like, you know, putting 2 polar contrasting things out there, but that's exactly what I got here. So Spirit, can we get 3 cards just to, for the viewer to get a little more clear about their situation? What do they need to know? Few cards here, just the situation. What do they need to know in order for them to understand this next major energy shift in this connection? Again, this isn't where it ends. This is just the next major energy shift. So some of you guys might be coming together, and some of you guys might be going through a separation in your next energy shift. All right, so depending if you resonated with current state. Let's see, Spirit, what do you want to communicate here about for pile number 3. What do they need to know? We have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. All right, so this is not taking a risk. Here's that bunny again. I think person on top doesn't take a risk here. Doesn't risk, and I feel like what they don't risk is putting their heart on the line. I see no cups. And the cups that we do see now are in reverse. So I feel like whatever idolization of this connection, 10 of Cups, I'm getting this idolization, this big grandiose fantasy of how things could be and two people could come together and this beautiful emotional sharing of give and take. I feel like it was built up. Maybe someone is fantasizing about this. It's no longer there. This person no longer wants to take this risk, okay? There's a fear here, and I feel the fear is in having a new beginning and risking their emotions and then being disappointed is what I feel. And I feel with the 9 of Wands here, you know, this is somebody who is guarded, who has a wall, has one more fight left in them, or is ready to throw in the towel, right? Because the 10 of Wands is where we, you know, final straw that breaks the camel's back. We go through a process here of gathering all these wands, and we've probably done cycles, I feel, here in this connection where we gathered 1 wand, we were excited, you know, 2 wands, we made a decision, 3, 4, 5, and by the time we got to 9 wands, we've done the cycle a million times here where this person's now guarded, and they're like, I can either, you know, with the final wand, go in for another battle, but I need to recuperate because I cannot anymore at this state that I'm in. So the wounded warrior relaxes and rests behind a wall, guarded, in order to either gear up for another round or throw in the towel, because there's only one fight left in this porcupine, in this case this person, you know. And there's the fox, my cat's meowing, confirming, and there's the fox. And the fox could be someone who is, you know, a little more self-serving, clever, could be deceptive, could be wanting their own way, you know, and it could feel that this person no longer trusts here this person, see them as a fox, see them as someone maybe deceptive, maybe somebody who used their feelings, maybe somebody who's hurt them in the past, you know. So they see them as the fox who could get in. They don't want the fox in there. They're guarded. They're no longer going to jump in there. There is some fear, and there's no wanting to take a risk, and there's a putting behind a fantasy of a 10 of Cups, of a coming together. And I feel like that's more this person's energy. And obviously, because this I was reading as your energy, this could be the message Spirit wanted to give the viewer. But let's pull 3 cards here just to see. I mean, this one was really confusing to me because I see either somebody putting behind them, you know, this masquerade, I don't even know how to say this, you know, hiding their true self at some point, and then now putting an end to something here, or them, you know, putting an end to this connection in a way, putting it behind them and adapting this really bitter type attitude here. Because, I mean, all this is not a healthy attitude at all. All 4 of these cards are really disappointing here, you know. So let's see, 3 cards here, Spirit. Can we just get some insight for the second person here for pile number 3, their person? What is this about? 3 cards of clarity the viewer can take with them. What is this about, Spirit? Got the 5 of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. And I'm tempted to look at the bottom of the deck, but Spirit said no. Okay, so no looking at the bottom. What we see here for this person. 5 of Swords. Somebody who was in the fox energy. You know, somebody who could have been their worst enemy, who could have been sabotaging, self-sabotaging, sabotaging a connection, being challenging, you know, doing things that no people win because of either what they, how they're acting, their intentions, their words, their lack of words, yeah, actions, whatever. In reverse, this person is coming out of a state of nobody winning, coming out of a state of mental sabotage here. And what it looks like they're adapting here is an energy of what we saw this person in their current state of working together, collaborating in a practical way. You know, how is it I can show up and work with others here in a practical way, even though I'm at risk? Because look, this buck here is in the middle of these wolves who could be threatening, but this buck is showing up vulnerable and ready to face whatever challenges are here to step up and show up. Yeah, so I feel like this person, you know, could be where they were hiding their true self is now ready to step forward despite being vulnerable. And this is all about commitment, you know, traditions and understanding here of what kind of maybe needs to be done, a higher level of commitment as well. And you see the key. The key is all about, you know, solutions here. And we were seeing the key here as well in this cow, right? Solutions within. And this person is like, you know, represented by the rat with the key kind of external. The rat is all kind of annoyances, and the rat's a little bit also skittish here, okay? So I feel this person could be very skittish about commitment and understand that maybe they're, you know, whatever solution here to whatever challenge or putting something behind them, they have to find what that is in order for them to step forward and want to collaborate and, you know, work together. This person could be focused on their practical things here of getting, you know, maybe their job together, maybe, you know, how it is that they're showing up in the world here and not sabotage themselves. So, you know, what do I want to do kind of in my day in, day out? Where do I want to work? Who do I want to work with? What sort of commitments do I want to make in my own life here? Although this is because of this reading, I feel like this person is looking at how they can commit themselves to working together in a situation in which they were inhabiting all of these energies, because that's this essentially in one. You know, Emperor reverse, the Queen of Swords reverse, the Nine of Swords, this Hangman in reverse. That's this is Five of Swords energy, you know, and they're coming out of it with this in reverse. They're wanting to come out of it. They're wanting to put an end to that, and either one, focus on how they're gonna, you know, show up in a way that's going to be collaborative here, despite feeling vulnerable and open, and potentially, you know, it's being a scary place to be. I feel like there is some annoyances here, some, you know, some things that they have to overcome here, but I do feel like this person is needing to find a solution for themselves in order for them to commit themselves to something that they know is a greater truth here, okay? Because the Hierophant's all about a higher level of truth and commitment. And the fact that we have the Lover here, I feel like this is one swan, and it is about self, you know, and look at this gold pearl in the middle here. I feel like there's protecting of self. I feel like both parties are protecting of self. Oh, look here, we have beautiful cherry blossoms too. I think. So I feel like, yeah, both parties are really, you know, in a state of having to look to self to see what they're able to do here that's going to allow them to move towards what it is that they want. And it could be because of a separation. The fact that we have the separation on this hand and we have the, you know, we had the Four of Wands here. I feel like out of a separation, there becomes an understanding of there needing to be a higher commitment and a coming together with the Four of Wands. That's two people coming together to build the stability here, you know, and that's kind of how I'm feeling it, although I don't see this person being that open. I feel they were hurt at some point, and I see emotions completely removed. I also see emotions removed here from this person too, or maybe they never really got to explore emotions, you know, they're now focused on this practical thing. They were in their head. No cups, guys. So yeah, this is kind of what I see here. And if this resonated, leave a like, leave a comment. I will see you soon. If you haven't liked this video yet, please do. That helps the channel grow. And I love you guys very, very much. See you soon. Bye.